other.
And we are live.
Hey!
How is
Yeah,
everybody?
I guess okay. I'm
Doing
still
all right.
Tiny Kev. Hi, everyone. I'm so far away.
I love it so much.
I'm trying to fix stuff, so yeah.
Oh God, that was good.
Excellent.
Should you guys just tell everybody who you might be in case they forgot?
Might be.
Yeah. Well,
Hmm.
yeah. I'm Tiny Kev. Hi. Deep in the bowels of the studio. Hello. Yes, exactly. Who shrunk off?
Oh no.
Honey, I Shrunk the Paladin. It's a brand new movie coming out second quarter 2019. No. Anyways, what's up, everyone? Kevin Hitt here, playing the tiny Arthur Agravain today. Looking forward to today's show. And if anybody knows where Chris might be,
Yeah.
can you send out a search party for my boy? So, no, I'm just playing.
Yeah.
But look forward to today's game, and we'll go ahead and pass it on to our next two contestants.
Hi, everybody. I might be MK, and I might be playing the role of Caliphus. Maybe today. I might be. You never know. But yeah, I'm playing as Caliphus today. We are in a cave thing in the Underdark, which is kind of like a cave within a cave. So I'm pretty excited for today.
Ooh, that
Hands
was
down.
good. A cave within a cave.
Caveception.
Indeed.
Hi, I am Christina Sid. I might be playing Zan, the Celestial Warlock. Maybe not though. Yeah.
Maybe not in about 5
Maybe
minutes.
And she whips out a brand new character sheet. No.
Oh my God! If you and look, if you guys, we need to have like a Patreon tier where you can listen to the green room. Well worth the
Oh
money.
god.
It would be well worth the money because we're absolute.
We're friggin' ridiculous.
Yes.
God.
I didn't mean to interrupt you. I'm sorry.
You didn't know I was done. I
Okay.
may or may not be
Is this-
playing Zan. I
this the
can
part
neither
where I-
confirm nor deny that I will be playing Zan. There we go.
Well, at least these guys. Well, okay. So hey, look, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, as you can see on my left, here's Tracer from the Overwatch video games. Up here have my CS:GO folks. Down here is Rocket League. If you can. Oh no, you can't see Rocket League.
All right, one moment. Let me just.
Yeah. Shut up. And you want to know what I got excited for, but you can't see it? My sword push pens delivered straight from Amazon.
Jesus.
That's right. You too can own the handle push pins of a rapier, a two-handed sword, a bastard sword, an axe handle. That's right. I have them all, push pins, right here on this desk. But Tiny Kev can't show them to you because, well, I'm too tiny. And these are even smaller than I am. So,
Tiny Kev is now the new QVC host.
yes, with my own song, even.
No
No.
song.
No!
No soul.
No song. Well,
No
all right.
song.
The Tiny Kev theme song has been put on hiatus indefinitely.
No song.
But yeah, so this is me killing time right now. But you guys, you can see over here, I have the. Oh, am I here? This is the Overwatch loot box. And what do you think, Sav? Are we gonna make Tiny Kev bigger, or what are we doing?
You can do whatever you want to Tiny Kev.
Whoa.
I'm not touching that one. Oh.
I'm not sure that's appropriate.
Just don't show your feet.
Yes. I don't know how to make Tiny Kev bigger, Kev.
That's
What do
okay.
you mean?
I don't know how to fix my camera today, so.
Watch this, though. Watch this, though. Ready? Ready for this? Oh, yeah.
Oh God.
That's right. Here it comes. 11 months of just hot fire.
Dang. That was way louder in my headphones than I thought I was going to.
Yeah, mine too.
Yeah.
That's right. Feel the axe wave through our non-existent hair.
Oh my god.
Okay, I think I'm going to have to fix my camera off stream. We'll do that next week. I'm not worried about it now. You just have to put up with robotic salve for today. As long as you guys can hear me okay, I think we're good to go.
Good to go.
Excellent. So what happened last time?
Oh boy.
Anybody remember?
We solved the puzzle.
We
You
did
did.
solve the puzzle.
Up, down, left, right, and then... Oh, wait, that's a song. That's
Up,
not
down,
the...
down,
No, that's
left,
just...
right, left,
Yeah,
right.
no, that's... I'm singing a song. Sorry, my bad.
We, I believe, set off literally every possible trap in the temple. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was great.
because poking things. Yeah, so you finished off the Beholder, found a cast puzzle trap that you guys eventually worked through. I know that Califus rickrolled a Beholder as well. I shouldn't over...
Oh, did that happen last time?
That was last time.
That was last time.
That was last. Wow.
That was
okay.
last time.
Yeah, it's been a week
Yeah,
or
that was
two.
lovely.
Rickrolling and Konami Code all in the same session. It was it's pretty epic, y'all.
It was pretty
Yeah.
good. Pretty good. Let's see. After that, we fought a stone golem. Correctly.
We
Yeah.
bullied a stone golem. It was sitting there, minding its business.
We're just a bunch of
totally
bullies.
could have gone around. We found the same passage elsewhere, but we had to assert our dominance on a stone golem. So.
And by that, Arthur was poking it in the face with his trident.
But behind the stone golem, we opened up a passage. So
Yes.
I mean,
We'd already opened the same passage elsewhere, but it's okay.
oh.
What I think you meant to say is thank you.
No, I'm pretty sure that's not what I meant to say, but it's fine. It's fine. It's
Damn
great.
and everybody leveled up, I believe, from last time. So
Yay! Level 11.
Yeah,
Level 11.
which if you were around for the intro, the biographies, it has all their stats on it. So I will do my best to keep up with that. I promise nothing.
You promise nothing.
I regret nothing.
So, gosh. So when I have like technical difficulties, I get all flutter and I'm like, I don't know what I'm doing.
It's all good.
So,
I can sing the Tiny Kev song while you're working. I mean,
No Tiny Cliff song. No Tiny Cliff song. No.
damn it.
No.
You guys really do want to hear it. I mean, I'm just saying.
No.
Damn.
fucking stereo sound in my ears here. No!
Good
So,
lord.
okay.
All right, no Tiny Kev.
You all have finished off the stone golem. You've passed into the passages beyond. So where are we going from here? Or what are we doing from here, I should say?
Well, we literally woke up like what, an hour ago? If I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's not a stream without
We have plenty
technical
of time to push
difficulties, lol.
through, but we still have no idea where we're going.
Thanks for the resub.
Oh,
Very nice of you.
yeah.
Nice. I guess we could move onward and upward.
Yes. I don't know about any of you, but I struck out, reaching out to my big person upstairs. Any of you have any luck with that? Because anyone at all?
No.
No.
And generally, passages that are guarded by animated objects are probably worthwhile to travel down.
I can feel Christina just like staring all through MK right now.
Yeah. Wait a
here.
minute. Oh wait. Yeah, I did talk to somebody. Shoot. I remember that. I'm sorry. I'm like, it's been a couple of weeks.
It's all good.
I don't have perfect memory.
You're fine.
Anybody talk to the god?
Nope. I think
Arthur, King of the Britain.
I think I didn't like we didn't have like a full conversation. Uh
But
but at one point I think I was given a feeling about something.
Ooga chaka.
the staff.
Ooga chaka. Ooga chaka.
I can't stop
Oh.
this feeling deep inside of me.
Oh my god. Why is everyone singing today? I don't understand. Like, literally,
Cal.
everyone has sang Black Cal today. What is happening?
Perhaps you were hooked on a
And I
film.
haven't even sung yet.
I know! Christina can tell you it was the staff.
Okay, it was the staff. The staff is
Sam has
important.
no
So
idea, though.
I
Which
just
is
I
why
just read
Christina-
that as you
yes,
said that.
yeah.
Yeah. I think the staff is important, but that's literally it.
Sorry. That the same one that nearly
Oh,
hurt you
yeah.
by a spider? Oh.
Yeah, don't
Arthur's
touch
head
it.
is bowed. He's just shaking. Like, what is happening?
So welcome
And-
to episode 1 of the Temple Element of Evil.
I mean,
Apparently.
I have Arthur at this point has no idea what's happening between this IQ 50 conversation happening right now.
To be fair, it's half conversation happening between characters and half between players, so it's fine.
Oh,
It's fine.
Stuff
It's fine.
bad. Had
That was a
feeling.
75,
Must go
25.
this way. Follow path. Staff no touch.
Okay. But yeah, Cal's gonna just kind of be like, I'm not gonna touch it, but maybe the staff is a dowsing rod.
Eh?
Hmm?
Dowsing rod. What that? Like, I really don't know what that is.
Oh.
It's a lovely little stick that helps you find water. So, all right.
Like a divining rod.
Yes. Similarly. All right. So I have to touch this thing. Okay.
Touch
Well,
it.
don't touch it. Touch.
No, touch it.
It.
Touch it.
No, don't touch it.
It's
Touch
the
it.
only way that I can use it.
Oh, touch it.
True.
You're both awful. All right.
The staff.
Okay. It's in the bag of holding.
Yeah, the shaft's in the bag. Of the
Thank
staff.
you for that, Arthur. All right. Grab cloth. Open bag of holding. Take
That
the
was my
staff
ode to
out.
DM Shane.
Okay.
Mary Poppins style. All right.
Arthur takes 2 giant steps backwards when she pulls
Good
it.
plan. Good plan.
Yep.
Well,
Best of luck to you, kid.
thanks. Don't go too far, though, Arthur. I may need your assistance. Okay. I'm gonna do what I yelled at everyone to do that did last week, and
And point of order, DM.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
try and identify the stuff.
Oh god. And she did yell at us a
I
lot
did-
last
excuse me,
time.
I at least
Did.
have magical prowess, and I can figure shit out. None of you. Yeah.
Ugh, we're fighting after this staff touching.
Okay.
I will attempt to identify the staff.
So you sit down with it. I believe you cast as a ritual, correct?
Yes.
So 11 minutes have passed. You all are just sort of standing back watching for the time being, I assume. You finally you realize that you're going to have to put your bare flesh to it. So with
Alright.
its shaky hand, your fingers finally touched the smooth black wood of the staff. Could make me a charisma saving throw.
That's what I was waiting for. Okay. And I found dice. Hey.
Hey.
Look at that. Good too. That's an 18.
An 18.
Plus, well, that's before pluses.
Plus.
I would like to
That is
make sure I'm within her.
29.
Oh, you don't need the +3.
Did you say
Oh,
29?
that's plus 3. So that's a 32.
A 32.
That was a 32.
You fail. No, let's see.
No.
Just under the 33 you needed.
Sorry. You need 100 tickets not to die.
Oh god.
So you cast your spell, and you feel a presence trying to encroach upon you, sort of digging at the back of your skull. You ever had somebody like do that thing where they just kind of crawl their fingers off the back of your neck?
Yeah.
It sort of crawls up the back of your spine, trying to dig. You manage to shake the presence from your skull. And what you gather after looking over this profane artifact is that it once belonged to a matron mother long, long ago. And it has powers to bring back the dead. It has powers to unleash ungodly magics upon creatures of pain. Is a staff both meant to bring and end life? And as you slowly start to finish the end of the spell, you feel a command word pop into your head. And you know how to activate this artifact. And you know how to shield yourself from its effects.
Okay. So if I use the command word, the effects of the staff won't work on me.
If you use the command word, you can activate its powers. But you've learned how to shield your mind in the process from being overtaken by it.
Okay. I can use the command word right now.
Good.
I could. Quit poking the bear, DM.
You can certainly try.
You can certainly try.
Oh god.
Oh boy.
I should also note, as you take your fingers away, you have that slight film of frost. If you take in your finger across the frosty glass, and what the remnants of that ice crystals is left on your fingers. There's no pain.
That is a very evil artifact. However, it could come in useful at some point. It does have some capacity to bring people back. I don't know. I will leave that to the group to decide.
What decision are we making?
To just put it back in the bag and forget we have it? Perhaps use it to aid us in this pursuit right now. Do I know exactly what it does now, Sav?
You do. You can cast Resurrection with it. It has the powers of... I should say it has 6 charges. You can use 1 to cast Resurrection. You can use 1 to cast Prismatic Spray. And 1 to use Finger of Death. And it recharges 1d4 plus 2 charges at dawn every day.
Alright. I'm gathering too that it really doesn't do what Katlana was saying it does. It doesn't really have any effects on this agent of Ayu's either, other than maybe, I don't know, finger of deathing him. Okay.
I'm glad you worded it that way.
How else would you word that?
Deathing, the new verb.
You didn't say fingering, so...
No, I did not.
DM Shane would be so proud of this game so far. Good for us. Good for us.
Oh Lord. I forget. Resurrection. They kind of have to have a body for that, right? That wouldn't. Ashes would not help with that, would it?
No, you do not.
That's a thought.
Well, she's spread apart in these 3 different vials. So...
It wouldn't matter. The spell is powerful enough that we could attempt to bring her back.
But now that we know what the staff does, what were her true intentions?
Perhaps we bring her back and ask her.
And then we kill her again.
Cal!
I'm sorry.
Double experience points.
Yeah.
We would still require, I'm assuming the spell would still require the material components to cast Resurrection, which is rather hefty.
From a rod?
From this artifact, you do not need the material components.
Are you shitting me? Okay.
Looks up into the sky. Are you shitting me?
All right. This is a power beyond anything I ever thought I would possess.
So this will become another one of your magical trinkets?
No. I just sort of looks down at the thing in her hands. I'm kind of terrified to even be holding this right now. I don't know. Do we bring her back to complete the task?
What exactly does this thing do?
It has the power to bring back life and take it.
Arthur's pondering in his head what that even really means. Does it mean that they can beat you with it, kill you, or kill you? You know what I mean? What exactly do you mean? Can take
Exactly what I say. It can bring someone who has died back to life. Or it can nearly instantaneously kill someone.
This gives you the power of a god?
Gives whoever holds it. Yes. However, there's a very strong presence attached to this. which I was able to overcome and shield my mind from. But it would take a very strong presence of will to not be overcome. I don't know, this is beyond my pay grade. It's the only thought I have.
What is it you wish to do?
She still has a job to do. We have no idea where to go, and we're running out of time. Do we bring her back?
It seems simple enough. But I would admonish you to cast and create any wards you can in order to protect ourselves in case some abomination appears in her place.
I'm for that. Thank you.
So Arthur starts tightening the straps on his shield, kind of presses down on the chainmail, and he's just preparing himself. And I do believe that Arthur is in possession of the ashes. And Arthur will take the ashes, put them in his hand, and present them to the warlock.
Thank you.
Cal's gonna stand back.
Stand by to stand by.
Mm-hmm. And he's almost gonna kind of like, he's gonna cover his face. Because this is, oh my god.
Right.
I'll take a position on the opposite side of Zan. Whichever hand she holds the staff, rod, shaft thing in, I just will get on the other side. Shield out, trident ready.
Okay.
I've never experienced this magic before, so Arthur's a little nervous, you can tell.
All right. I cast resurrection.
Okay. So, from the staff itself, a dark, negative energy pours forth, rolling forward to the ashes, consuming them. You've begun your spell to entreat the soul of Caitlana to return. What have you to offer the soul to entreat it to return to this new body? We're going to make some skill challenges.
Oh shit. Okay. All right.
Wait, how does this work? Exactly?
You all are either going to make some sort of skill check or offer some sacrifice up to the spell in an attempt to bring Caitlana's soul back to this plane, to this spot, to her new body. How you approach that is up to you. I will have a base DC that I know. Every success is going to drop that DC. Every failure is going to raise that DC. And by the end of it, we'll decide whether Caitlana has come back.
And how is this being communicated to us, DM? Like, are we hearing a voice, or do we just have a feeling that we need to do this?
I guess I could tell them.
Yeah, I'd say most likely Zan would tell you.
I need your aid. Please.
What is it you require?
Whatever you think would help. Convince her to come back. Whatever skills you may possess, or
is Rufus dead?
No.
The fuck is Rufus doing right now?
I'll be right back. So, Arthur's gonna go and grab Rufus.
Okay.
And stand him next to Zan. And
Okay.
just point. this is why she must come back.
Not sure I follow your line of thought.
She said many occasions that this guy is the root of all the shit that's gonna happen, or he's a bad person, a bad human, that he is working against her interests, if I'm not mistaken, or something along those lines. She had continually said that you have to watch this guy like he's a spy, all those things. So Arthur figured, if that's the case, then she's going to want to come back and kick this guy's ass and make sure that he's not doing what she thinks he was going to do. That is Arthur's thoughts. That doesn't mean he's right, but that's his initial thought process. Was she had been, ragging on this guy the whole time, and that she needs to come back to keep this dude in check.
Go ahead and make me a persuasion check, Arthur.
Arthur of the Britons. 17.
Okay. So you sort of entreat the soul, explaining to it your intent with your words. The ashes on the floor begin to swirl, and the outline of a body begins to form amongst them. And off to one side of it, a lavender rune escapes from the rock below and lights.
Good, keep going. Someone else.
Okay. Cal's going to present. You know how, Arthur's standing next to Rufus? Cal's going to present Arthur instead. It'll be a good chain of people.
Who has the Loth Holy symbol?
I guess I do.
Arthur
Unless
whispers.
if it was magical, then it turned to ash when she did. Unless it was magical.
No, we had something. We had something of hers. Or I'll think about it in a second. But for now, I'll stand there being presented like a piece of meat, like I did to Rufus.
What about Arthur do you want to present?
You have a crush on him.
What? I'm gonna whisper to Zan. Oh, I know what I want to do. I would like to see if I can make the shimmering appearance of Ayuz appear on the front of my shield.
Yes, you can do that. Cal, if that's your offering, I need you to go and make me a persuasion at disadvantage.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly. She's like, what the fuck? Oh, sorry, F-bombs. Sorry.
Let's see. 11 plus 13. That's
24.
24.
24.
Damn.
The body, or the outline of the body, begins to gather more ash around it, looking somewhat more solid. A lavender rune to its right begins to glow, and a wind begins to fill the chamber. And you hear, liars, deceivers.
Kind of pisses Arthur off since he tries to be the most honest cat in the room. Arthur will now make the image of Ayuz appear on the front of his shield.
You can only contribute to this once.
Well, it happened. Can I give my shield to somebody else?
Depending on what Zan does, it might grant some sort of bonus to it. Depending.
All right. You were given a task by your goddess. And you told me once that her tasks meant more than anything else, anything your general gave you. I do not imagine that she would be pleased at your failure. you still have a job to do.
Go ahead, make me a persuasion.
I was trying to aim more toward religion, but okay.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, religion works too.
Okay. Plus 7, 21.
21. The ash begins to completely solidify. And in its place, a drow woman gasps for air. Her silver hair splayed across the floor. Her eyes now crimson, popping open. As a long scream escapes her lips, as if in pain. She curls up suddenly, sobbing against the floor of this cavern. Caitlin has returned to her new body.
And Arthur will just push Rufus to the side and drop his shield and trident and go to Caitlana to see if it is in fact her, and if there's any healing damage or anything that's going on that he needs to address.
She's perfect.
You move to her. She seems to be unaware of what's going on exactly. Perhaps the pain of her body reknitting itself is taking over all of her senses at this point, and she is just racked. She doesn't push off you or refuse you. It doesn't seem that maybe she really can at this point.
She will need rest. She's been dead. The transition can take a lot out of a person.
Well, I've never been dead before, but I'd assume so.
Maybe we give her a moment. I guess we give her a moment to collect herself from being dead.
Yeah.
Eventually the cries begin to stop, and Arthur, she just sort of sinks into you. And sleeps.
And I'll sit until she wakes.
Rufus seems to be pacing the room at this point, looking agitated.
Just smirk at him.
Is there a problem, Rufus?
Got no fucking problem at all.
That's what you say with your words. The rest of you tells another tale. Speak up.
I didn't realize I came for a therapy session along this journey. I thought we had a temple to get to.
Well, if you had an idea of how to get there, I'd be more than happy to hear it.
I would have killed every fucking drow down here to get to it. Including that one.
I'm less concerned about the number of parties you would kill and instead the number of twists and turns and tunnels that you would be able to navigate. Were you a navigator and I wasn't aware?
You got the skull right.
Yes.
And what more do we need then? It is a beacon, looking to return home. We don't need her.
If we activate it, then do we not bring Ios to our doorstep?
no worse than what we're going to put up with down here, is it? Sort of jabs a finger behind him. Beholders. Mind flayers. Purple worms, what else the hell's down here? Is it any more, less, or worse?
I don't know, honestly. I think I've activated enough evil artifacts for the day. However, I've met my quota.
Sort of crosses his arms and leans back against the wall, looking at both Arthur and Caitlana. Doesn't say anything.
How long's she been sleeping?
Just a few minutes at this point.
Arthur's going to take his bedroll and blanket and, doing his best not to disturb her, will put the pillow under her head, put the blanket on top of her.
Okay.
And will extract himself, and getting up to his 6'5" frame, will walk over to Rufus. Lay not one hand on her. And he'll leave.
And go where exactly?
Other than where Rufus is standing.
And just sort of stares a hole in the back of Arthur as he walks away. What are the rest of you doing?
That was my big idea, y'all. I don't know.
Cal's going to at least keep an eye on Rufus.
Alright. He eventually just slides down the wall. He closes his eyes for a minute, leaning his head back against the cold stone. Are y'all just going to wait until she wakes up again, or?
I'm ready to sack out. Arthur's gonna power nap.
Okay.
Maybe consider it a short rest if possible.
Yeah, absolutely.
Sure, rest might be a good idea, actually.
Yeah.
Okay. Anything going on during this short rest, or words to be had, spells to be cast?
Before I take the short rest, I'm gonna try something.
Oh Lord.
Oh no.
Osprey, save us all.
Before I take the short rest, I would like to ritual cast that homebrew
Mm-hmm.
that I discussed with you.
Mm-hmm.
So, I would like to cast Missive of the Blood.
Okay. Could give me an Arcana check real quick. Just being the first time you've tried this spell.
Okay. It's 18.
You said 18?
18.
Sorry, my son was poking his head in. Okay. You cast your spell. Sort of your eyes glossing over as you take a seat on the cavern floor here. I'm sure if the other two, if they're even awake still, would probably have watched this happen as well. You reach your mind out past the material plane, through the astral, trying to poke its way through the multiverse itself. You just see visions flying past you as quickly as you can imagine. And down into the vortex of the abyss.
Okay.
What message are you wishing to send?
Typed it out. Hi. Safe for now. Response may be delayed. If safe, please say location and connection to my patron. I love you. Please talk to me.
You sit, and several minutes pass. You feel dejected, as if the answers are not coming back. Your mind throttles awake as a word slams into your temple. Zan. I love you. Do not come. The abyss. Demogorgon. Death. The last word seems to fade off. But no more proceeded.
Sand just sort of collapses onto the floor.
The rest of you, I think Arthur said he was napping, if I remember correctly. Kyle, you're keeping an eye on Rufus. When you suddenly see Zan just sort of collapse on the floor.
Okay. Cal's gonna just kind of like run over to her and be like, "Oh my God, oh no, what's happening?"
I'm fine. I'm fine.
Fine people don't collapse. Last time I heard.
I'm sorry. I've just received some very terrible news. I'm sorry.
Oh. And Cal kind of like puts his hands on her shoulders, trying to at least comfort her.
Cal?
Yeah?
Tell me about your family.
Oh, Cal kind of is a little taken aback because it's a strange, sudden question to ask after you collapsed in a way. And Cal just kind of like takes a deep breath and sort of starts, and he's like, "Well, my parents were jewelers. We lived in a very nice village. They had a lot of connections, sort of in the jewelry industry, and so we lived in a nice place, and, you know, they were all right, I guess. You know, now that we've been, you know, down here on the underside of the Underdark, I'm kind of thinking about, you know, visiting them after this, but yeah, my mom was loving and my father was stern but kind. But I think in the end, I don't think I was kind enough to them in return. We didn't always see eye to eye.
That can happen.
Yeah.
Was it just you? Did you have any siblings?
It's just me and the jewelry.
Did you count the jewelry among your brothers and sisters?
Yeah, you know, I did. Sometimes it felt like that.
I'm sure they loved you very much. Love you very much.
I'm sure they did too.
I wasn't an only child.
Okay.
I have a twin. Her name is Hara. I called her Haha growing up. It's a nickname. Something's terribly wrong.
Cal reaches out to take Zan's hands in a sort of comforting motion.
Oh, I don't really know where to begin with this. I haven't told anyone about this. My parents were not good people. But they loved us very much. They were members of an older occult, really. They were evil people. And they were murdered for it. And my sister and I ran away, raised ourselves. Until one day, this creature appeared to us and promised us great power in exchange for taking down this cult. I said yes. Mahara did not. I haven't seen her since. Now, do not know who my patron was. I had no idea. I thought I was doing good. And now he has her. He has her, and Cal, I don't know what to do. What do I do?
I mean, can you get her back?
My patron. My patron is Demogorgon.
And Cal kind of, his eyes go wide.
I didn't know. I didn't know until... I know we haven't talked about it, but I had... With the aboleth, I had a vision of sorts. And I wasn't sure, and I did the research, and she only confirmed it for me just now. I didn't know. I didn't know. I promise you I didn't know.
Cal just kind of like, it's okay, like, you didn't know this. And in a motion that it's trying to communicate, because Zan has sort of shouldered this entire time all on her own. And so he leans forward and puts his head on her shoulder. And like, I'm gonna shoulder this with you, kind of supposed to say. We can figure this out. You know?
You can't. No. You can't tell the others, please.
I won't. No, it's fine. It's fine.
I mean, can you imagine just Arthur charging into the abyss? And Gaul leave. And I can't. Please don't tell them.
I won't. I swear.
Thank you. I'm sorry. This... Think smarter, not harder. Think smarter, not harder. One thing at a time, right?
Yeah. One thing at a time.
Thank you, Cal. You've always
Anytime.
been a good friend.
Cal just kind of like gives her a little side hug.
Sad hugs. What do we do? Now, I guess.
Oh, jeez. I mean, we have Kate Lana, but
Sort of look over at her. Yes, we do. I mean, physically, she's going to be pretty useless for a while. Even magically. But do we just shake her awake and tell her to make her tell us where to go? I don't know.
I mean, I guess the only thing we can do is wait.
We're running out of time.
We'll make it.
I do admire your optimism, Cal. I always have. That and your fabulous eyebrows.
Oh, thank you.
I don't even know how long we've been down here at this point.
The lack of sun is disturbing.
Right?
Yeah,
Just-
yeah.
Oh, my circadian rhythm's all off. Whew.
Yeah. We'll make it. It'll be okay. Rufus isn't gonna go crazy and kill anyone. I was this close to punching Rufus earlier.
Were you?
Yeah.
That's impressive.
Yeah. Control.
Is Rufus listening to us?
Very. Cal says, I was this close to punching Rufus earlier. Again, but a little louder.
So you just see Rufus, who's sitting with his back against the wall. His eyes have been closed for a while now. I'm not sure if he's listening or not.
Probably listen to every fucking thing you say. Alright. Alright, I need to rest. I guess we'll give her another hour or so. Let everyone else catnap. And, see if we at least can't get a general direction out of her.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. So you all close your eyes and rest for a little bit. What is all of your all's passive perceptions?
Ah, shit.
Alta.
11.
Passive perception. 14.
7.
What's that?
However, I cannot be surprised.
That's true.
So I can't scare you? Walk
No,
up,
people
boom.
scare me all the time. You can't surprise me and try to hit me, basically.
Also, while everyone's napping, can Cal be awake just to keep an eye on Rufus?
Yeah, absolutely. That's not a problem.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you don't want to sleep, you don't have to. So Cal, you're watching Rufus, and you see stirrings from the bedroll that Arthur had laid out for Caitlana. Slowly lifting her face from it, sort of slowly surveying what's around her. She begins to crawl towards Zan.
Cal just kind of stands up and is like, "Hi, good morning. Welcome back to the living."
Hopefully not like the girl from The Ring crawl.
Oh, God.
She looks up to you. Her eyes become feverish.
Oh.
Does she have the staff?
You know, I don't remember where I put that. It's around here somewhere.
Make me a deception.
Yeah.
I love Cal so much.
Yeah, like the staff poking out of her backpack. I am just not sure where I put that.
Maybe over there.
Out of his backpack.
Ooh, oh no. Let's see. Deception.
Deception.
13.
13. Let's see.
Oh, God.
So she clearly understands that you are lying about all this.
Does Cal see that she understands that I'm lying?
You see her grit her teeth, and her eyes shoot back towards Zan.
All right. Cal kind of
starts to drag herself now.
He kind of like goes over to her and is like, "I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to do. And I'm sorry about what happened to you. But I please communicate with me. I don't know what you're doing. I don't know what you want. And everything's confusing. I feel like Rufus is keeping secrets. And I don't know where Arthur went. He just like walked out and never came back. And Zan's freaking out. I wish I could help you. I want to help somebody. But nobody's telling me the truth.
She stops and sits up. She begins to move towards you, Cal. You see that her arms and legs are just cut from just crawling across this floor. And she grips you like by the bottoms of your pants and begins to slowly draw herself up you. Finally making it to her knees. She looks up at you with pleading eyes. I need this staff, please.
Why?
We don't have much time. Please, help me find it.
I'd love if you had a good reason. I don't know why, anything. I don't have any answers. I have so many questions.
She looks over in Rufus's direction. It is a good time to strike.
I mean, I don't like Rufus as much as the next guy. He's kind of an ass, but I mean, do we have killing Rufus? Sounds like a good idea. But it only sounds like a good idea. That's the problem.
She now takes you by the sleeve and starts to pull you down closer towards her. Do you let her?
Yeah.
Okay. And as you move down towards her face, she takes two shaky hands and places them upon your cheeks. Califris. She starts to pet your face. We need to do this now, you and I. He will not wait much longer to strike. This is our only weapon against him. Please, help me.
Hmm. One moment. Out of character. I'm weighing my options.
No way, that's in character. You are just
great.
sitting there going, your brain fell.
The dog told me he can't get into Rufus's head.
Yeah, I just want to sing Just You and I as you are debating.
Yeah, sure, what the heck. Let's kill Rufus.
Cal! Oh my god.
She smiles and continues to pet your face.
Oh, sheesh.
Sweet, sweet Cal.
Oh my god.
Bring me the staff. And we will end
can't-
it all here.
Okay. Crap, Cal doesn't know how to use his staff.
My god. What have you done?
Cal's gonna real quick ask, like, do you know how to use it? Do you know what anything is?
It is why I brought us here. for this one thing. I know its ways. I know how to command it. How to
Are you
best
sure?
use it.
I touched the staff earlier and I was attacked by a spider in a dream state.
You saw a vision of the Dark Queen.
Yeah, that's the part that makes me not trust you, because that spider did not look very queenly.
She sort of smiles at your words. Like any good spider, we weave our webs. We draw in the
That makes it even
innocent.
worse.
We draw in. We draw in those who we wish to feast upon.
I'm gonna wake up Zan. Kyle's gonna be like, I know where the staff is, but I need Zan help.
Help.
Okay, so you move from her, and she just sort of like goes from this like sitting up position on her knees to like collapsing once again. Just
Oh my
barely
god, rude! No, Cal's gonna help her.
Yeah.
Cal's not just gonna drop her on the
She is
floor.
obviously very weak. So she sits there and watches as you move over to Zan.
What? Yes, what?
We're gonna kill Rufus.
What?
Okay.
Yablana. How
Listen.
are you?
She goes, "This staff, please."
Yablana, I've identified this item. I know exactly what it does.
I am well aware of that.
You lied to me.
Did I?
As usual, darling, what do you know that you're not telling us?
In this case, I cannot think of what I have hidden. I said he could help us against the servant of Ayuz. Am I wrong?
Listen, Zan, I don't trust Rufus. And the dog even told me he can't see into Rufus's head. Isn't that suspicious?
He told you that?
Yeah.
He didn't tell me that.
I know it's strange when the dog talks to me when you're not there. I feel it too.
It's very strange. Ugh, later. I feel with both of you here, we're at a bit of a détente, if you will. I worry about the vacuum it would create for either of you to leave at this point. And honestly, I don't trust either of you.
Kitlana begins to slowly crawl in your direction, sort of leading this small trail of blood from her cut up flesh.
Don't. You are weak. Stop. You must rest.
She stops short of you, looking up at you from the ground. I can help you, but I need your help in turn. And I do not mean just getting you to the temple. If you will listen to my words. With that staff, and she sort of smiles as the next words flow from her lips. I could be the new matron mother. And you would have my armies to command against the temple. I'm sure your friends on the surface could use that, yes?
What would you do with an army once you're done, taking care of what's happening topside? I mean, people with armies, they don't just leave the armies to not do army things.
She would have plenty to deal with on her own. Infighting is quite infamous among her people.
She is
would have to
not
fight.
wrong. She is not wrong.
She would have to fight very hard to keep herself, matron mother. But with an artifact such as the staff, that might be a lot easier.
We will help you clear the temple. And by the end, perhaps we'll make home of it. You finish your quest. We part ways amicably.
I do not have the power to offer this to you. I would need to speak with my friends.
She pushes herself up slightly further. Every moment you delay, people die. Remember that. Go. Speak to your friends.
I would have you remember that you were one of those people and give us time to deliberate. Cal, find Gaul, find Arthur. We need to speak.
Okay. Cal goes trotting off.
She looks over to Rufus. And what of that one?
We shall see after we deliberate.
And then you will owe me an apology.
Time will tell. At the moment, I'm still waiting for something from you.
I've already given you my promise.
No, darling, I meant thank you.
Question is then, did you bring me back out of friendship, out of love, or out of necessity?
Part of column A, part of column C.
That is what I thought. So forgive me if my thank you is delayed. As you see, we are all just tools to one another, yes?
Not all of us.
Zan. Thank you.
You're welcome. Use your life well.
She nods and begins to slowly move back to her bedroll, collapsing upon it as you two begin to raise the rest of your party. And I think with that, we'll go ahead and take a break. Be back in a few minutes. So stick around, because I think things are going to get very interesting very quickly.
Oh boy.
See you in a few. So they got to find out some little items on break there. Should be interesting to add to their characters a little bit. But
guys have fun stuff.
you all have decided to go ahead and awaken the rest of your party on in lieu, I should say of lieu, that's the wrong word, in response to Caitlana's words. So tell me, how does this play out?
All right. Keeping an eye on the two of them, because I think this would be a great time for Rufus to just up and fucking her if we're not paying attention. Where the hell did you go, Arthur?
About 30 feet over here and took a nap.
Oh, okay. You made it sound like you waltzed out of there. Like we didn't know where you were. Okay. I guess I'll say to Cal, can you just get him and bring him over here? I don't want to leave either of them out of my eyesight at this point.
Okay. Cal does that.
Okay.
Shuffles. The two of them sort of... Are we gonna, pull our conversation into it, like an alcove or something? So Rufus,
Sure.
5 people talking in a room is not a very good place to sleep.
No, it's true. Let's, oh, look. This lovely cavern we have here.
It means a cavern.
Look, it's a cavern!
We will dangle Rufus for the truth.
Okay. So Rufus is over there.
Okay, so when Arthur wakes, is Caitlana standing on all fours? Are they looking down at her? What's happening with her?
No, she laid back down.
Yeah, she laid back down. She's awake, but resting.
Okay. Copy.
Yeah.
What are we doing?
Well, I say we all go over to Arthur right now, because working with children, I know that you don't want to put anyone at your back, so we'll at least be able to keep both of them in our eye line. All right. So, we have some things to discuss. Progress,
Indeed.
right? That's good. Oh, it's not good. Oh, it's not good at all. Catalana had a proposition for us.
Indeed.
Long story short, she would like to use my new staff as a way to essentially become the queen of all the people down here. In exchange, we could utilize the armies that she would potentially earn from having said staff in our fight against the temple. And then we could all go our separate ways. Amicably.
And Rufus has to die.
Oh, yes,
we
I
do that.
forgot that part. Yes, we would have to kill Rufus.
And just how would Caitlana raise an army here?
About that staff, it used to belong to one of the most powerful matron mothers that her people have ever seen. For reasons.
DM, may I make a religion check on this, as I am skilled with matron mothers and religion to see if I understand what's happening there.
Sure, why not?
So it'll be a 14 total.
Okay, with your 14, you're not super well versed in the hierarchy of the drow themselves, but you know that the matron mother is essentially the head of all the houses that make up a drow society. Most revered, most well respected. She would
Most
essentially,
deadly.
yeah, she would essentially be the queen of all of them. and have full control over what the houses would do.
Do I understand the relationship between Kaitlana and Lolth? Because she has spoken about it, correct?
Yes, yeah.
So I understand that Lolth is the demigod, spider form, all that.
Yeah.
Okay. We want to give the...
I don't want to give her anything.
Well, to give a priestess of Lolth such power, I'm not sure
Precisely.
that's good for anyone.
I don't think so either. Which is why if we were going to do it, she would have to accomplish the task at the temple first, before we give her anything.
I have an idea.
Yes?
What if we become the queen? Nobody said she had to be the queen. I want to be the queen.
How would you presume to become the matron mother of the drow?
However she was gonna do it. Obviously.
After everything that has gone into things, and just falls into giggles. Dissolves into laughter.
I mean, it's a good idea, right? I mean, you trust me. You trust me.
I mean, he would look good in a dress. I'm not gonna lie.
Ah,
But we all know who has the best ass in this group, don't we, guys? We do. That's right, Arthur. And we rolled for it about 5 episodes ago. So
we did.
just
Oh my gosh.
Slightly hysterical laughter at this point.
Arthur, looking a little frustrated with Cal at this point, looks at them both and... My idea is quite different. I want to sit them both together and we will get the truth. Now, or we kill them both.
But we've tried this already.
I,
Apparently, as
I
I
say we-
stare at Pebbles, apparently, Pebbles had some information that he's not able to utilize his communication with Rufus. Isn't that right, Pebbles?
I just thought he was an asshole, but yeah, it's true.
Zan, what exactly would you like to know from Rufus?
Who he truly serves. But we've asked him that question before.
And he's given us his most honest answer, at least from
That
what
we're
I can
aware
tell.
of. Yeah.
And what answer was that? What exactly did he say?
He said he guessed he serves the town, or us now that he's working for us.
So, under a spell, he says such things, yet we have Kaitlana that says he is an agent of something in opposition to her.
He may not even know. If he has some sort of block on his memory, he might not know. I mean, that's thinking kindly about the situation. Also, he could just be a great spy and be lying through his teeth, or have some other sort of magical protection against... I don't know.
Well, why don't we question him once again? Here's what I propose. I want to sit them across from each other, and we're going to have this out once and for all.
You're gonna sit across able-bodied Rufus across from barely can hold her head up Kaitlana.
Rufus will be sitting on the point of my trident if he tries to move.
Okay. What if, like, temporary queen, though? What if, like...
Arthur walks away. Arthur
That
just
That
leaves.
just pats Cal's shoulder. It was a good try.
It was
Good
a good
try.
try. Cal
Good try,
Cal
pumpkin.
freaking had changed his armor to look like the most regal dress he could possibly imagine, and he just like, okay, and turns it back.
I forgot he could do that. That's amazing.
Okay, now Arthur does give you a little bit of a smile as he walks away, because that's pretty good. Arthur's going to walk to Rufus and engage in conversation. Said Rufus.
Okay.
Rufus, I wish to speak to you.
All right. What?
We need to get to the bottom of this once and for all. This obvious opposition, either manufactured or real, between you and Kaitlana needs to come to a resolution, and it will come to a resolution now.
You finally come to your senses and offer for the final time this time, eh?
My senses have always been here. Observing your behavior as well as hers has given me some insight into how to deal with this mess.
Well, I mean, she has been accusing me of being a spy and a fiend for how long now? I'm sorry that I'm not more, open. Sorry, I'm not more accepting of her in those situations.
Of course you would be upset by being labeled something you think you are not. We do need to discuss this, however, with her. And I would like Zan and Cal and Gull to sit with me and you and Kaitlana and finally get to the bottom of this. Because one way or the other, we're all leaving together. You and Kaitlana will not.
Yeah, alright, Arthur. We'll play.
One moment. And so I'll leave. And I'll walk over to Zan and Cal. He has agreed. And so I will go to Kaitlana. Is she sleeping?
She's not sleeping now.
I wonder if she saw me talking to Rufus.
Oh, yeah.
But so, Kaitlana, are you able to speak?
Yes, I am capable. Just very tired.
One way or the other, we are going to get to the bottom of your accusations against Rufus that he is some sort of enemy or pawn or spy in direct opposition to what you are wanting to do.
I have told Califris this. I have told Zan this. Now I tell you. Bring me the staff. You have no more questions.
What proof do you offer that Rufus is who you say he is?
As I
What
said,
proof?
bring me the staff. And you have all the proof you need.
Arthur shakes his head and walks over to Zan. I'm not one that knows much about the arts and magic and mystics, but I have a question for you.
Okay.
This staff, can it be used by anyone, or is it now yours to command only?
It could be used by whoever picked it up with magical capabilities, as far as I know. However, it does have a very strong presence of mind of itself. Someone without a forcible personality of their own might be overcome by it.
Is it your opinion that if the staff gets into the hands of Kaitlana,
I'm not giving her the staff.
could she kill us all?
Yes. Very, very easily.
Then that's settled. I'm now going to go back to Kaitlana and I will kneel down once again. You are going to get up and we are going to talk. The staff shall not touch your hands until I say so.
She wearily pushes herself up, as if I'm in any condition to refuse.
Exactly. I'm going to grab Rufus And I'm going to ask for Gull's help in this to flank me
Okay.
so that he and I, Rufus, I ask that you join us here and sit down. And I'll kind of lead him if he's allowing me to lead him.
Yeah, he's allowing you.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not manhandling him, being super rough and tough. But I'm going to sit him about 7 feet away from Kaitlana so that they are facing each other.
Okay.
And I'm looking over at Zan and Cal, hoping they kind of understand to come sit with us and create a barrier between the two. Like sit on the sides. And if so, you guys see Gull and Arthur are sitting on the right and left-handed side of Rufus. So we're on Rufus's side. So if he were to try to make a move, Gull would go stabby, 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 stabby. Because he's faster than I am. I would just try to tackle him. And so, Zan, Cal, would you please join us here? And keep Kaitlana company, perhaps?
I'm staying at least a good 5 to 10 feet away from her. But
Right. Kaitlana, you have offered up that Rufus is a spy of some sort, yet you do not tell us a spy for whom and who he serves. Make your accusations, and make them honest, and let us hear them.
She sort of looks around the group. I've told you many times who he serves.
he serves IUs accordingly. But she's offered no proof of that.
To simply say that one is something doesn't make it true, does it, Kaitlana?
She sort of rolls her eyes at that. I am not sure what proof you would accept, to be quite frank.
Any would be a good start.
Indeed.
Look, I came to you in Omelette. I offered you this way. I could have left long, long ago. I could have led you into those terrible traps. I could have led you into the heart of my people. None of you would have survived, and you know this.
And what exactly does this have to do with your accusations of Rufus being in service of IUs?
Really, all I've heard from either of you is that how could I possibly be the bad guy because I'm trying to help you, but offering no proof whatsoever that the other person is. So let's start with that, shall we? How the fuck do either of you think that the other person is trying to screw us over right now?
You would not give me my staff, so let me
Of
prove
course
myself.
I'm not going to give you this staff. This staff could kill every single one of us if I put it in your hands.
It could.
Zan,
Yes.
a moment. This staff, you claim ownership, my staff. I do not believe you are the owner of this staff. Why do you say such things as if you are entitled to it?
It is a good question, huh?
What if I were to say, you are not serving Lolth. You are actually serving IUs, and you want this staff to help kill her, perhaps? Mere words with no proof. I demand proof of your accusations against Rufus.
moves to one side and grabs her traveling bag.
Yeah, my hand immediately went to my trident when she made that move.
She looks to you and undoes it and begins to spill the contents upon the cavern floor. Nothing out of the ordinary. Foodstuffs, rope, pythons. She looks over to Rufus. Perhaps you should check to see what he carries.
So be it. Rufus, your pack. Empty it.
He begins to turn and walk to the wall that he was at.
And I would imagine that Gull and I are up in a flash right next to him.
Okay, so the three of you move back up this way. He looks down to his bag and picks it up. I'm not sure what the fuck this is supposed to prove.
Perhaps it'll prove nothing. Perhaps it'll prove something. But the other way, we're getting to the bottom of this now.
He undoes it. Leaning down to one knee, he begins to upend the contents upon the floor. Why don't you guys give me some perception checks?
Will do. Alright. Let's see, Arthur's perception. 1 second. Sorry,
Nat 20.
There he is. Arthur's perception is
Yes.
at +4. So that'll be an 18
Excellent.
total.
And got a nat 20 from Cal.
Mm-hmm.
Should you roll for Gull?
Yeah, I can roll for Gaul. Skull sees all.
Gull sees all.
Perception. 23. Okay, so Cal and Gaul, who's not here, so I can't really speak to him directly. So Cal, you see him dumping these items, and you're fairly sure he tried to grab something as it was falling out, sort of sliding it up under his armor. None of the rest of them seem to catch it.
Cal's gonna run over and be like, "What is that? I saw that. Don't try to be sneaky with this. Oh my god. You're hiding things."
So I'll drop my shield, grab my dagger, and now I've grabbed him by the back of his armor.
Cal's
With my dagger, yeah, right at his throat.
Cal's gonna go for what he hit. He hit it in his armor. Cal's just gonna get in his armor.
Okay, let's get some opposing checks here.
Yeah.
Athletics from Arthur.
Athletics, roger that.
I am keeping an eye on Ketlana this whole time. I don't trust her.
A natural 20 for Arthur.
Ooh. Gifted.
Excellent.
Yeah, no, right here.
Okay.
At +4, so 24.
You just managed to hold him firm. Yeah, because I also rolled a natural 20, but your modifier beat mine, so
Oh god.
that was a good,
Wow.
good standoff. So Caliphus,
Wow.
you're reaching in, and you withdraw this small black globe.
Ooh, Globy.
Give me a charisma saving throw, please.
Okay. Oh man, am I gonna see
It's a good
spiders
one.
again?
It's a good one. It's a good one. It's a good one. You have a good one for this.
+3 from me, by the way.
Oh, cool. Okay.
Yep.
So I add that +3. Alright. Charisma.
Saving throw.
16 + 8.
Oh,
Which
Jesus.
is 24.
24.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Excellent.
Whew. There's some charismatic motherfuckers up in here.
You all have watched Lord of the Rings,
Yeah,
I assume,
bros.
correct?
Yes. Oh fuck.
It's like-
What did you say? Sorry.
You've watched Lord of the Rings, have you not?
Mm-hmm.
So,
Indeed.
it's like Califas just grabbed the Planeteer. And you see this rushing image of erupting from the ground over top of the lands, far, far north, descending upon Doraka, which is the home of Ayus, the Fiend of the North. You see a singular eye staring back at you just for 1 second. I'm not recognizing the face. Before it can speak, though, you have turned the magic upon itself and have cancelled it. You have ceased the communication itself.
Was there any sort of outwardly
Ju-
thing that we saw?
just a flash of amber light in an instant.
Okay, without releasing my grip on Rufus, what just happened?
Cal, you're right.
Cal relays what he saw.
DM, can you tell us what Cal saw just one more time, kind of in Cliff Note, or just so I know?
Yes, Cal had seen essentially some sort of, I won't say augury, but it was a direct connection to the city of Doraka, which, as anybody in this world would know, is the home of Ayus the Evil. So he essentially had an open line communication with Ayus for just a split second.
Oh shit. Okay, now Arthur, visibly shaken, understands the gravity of what was just said. A communication stone with a direct line to Ayus.
I knew it! I
Zan.
knew it!
I'm pushing Rufus to the ground at this point.
Okay. Zan, can you give me a perception real quick?
Yep.
Wow. Oh, Rufus.
Okay. Not
Should have
bad.
killed him.
How was that?
That was 16 plus, I think, 1, so 17.
17, excellent. You catch Kaitlana has begun to cast a spell.
Oh, fuck.
I'll give you a reaction to this point.
This shit just hit the fan, didn't it?
Fucking hell. Okay. I am going to cast Hold Monster on her.
Okay, what do I need to make?
Sorry, pull this up. You need to make a wisdom saving throw.
A wisdom
Great.
saving throw?
Yes, DC 19.
She will fail.
Yes.
So you see her begin to cast a spell, her eyes glossing over in black, and you see this necrotic energy beginning to drip from her fingers. And just as she's
No!
about to unleash the spell, she's held in place.
I
I'm-
have fucking had it up to here with both of you. God damn it!
Well, we're tackling Rufus while Zan has frozen her and is screaming. We're on top of Rufus. Gull is assisting me at this point, and I'm making sure. Do I need to make any kind of roll, or do I have him on the ground at this point?
With your nat 20, you definitely have him just tossed down at this point.
Okay. Cal, any and all weapons that are right here, get rid of them. Get these things. So I'm asking Cal to rid Rufus of anything he can swing at us.
Okay. Cal will do that.
Thank you.
So,
I guess why she's held, because this is not going to last for very long. I'm fucking tying her up.
okay.
Fuck it.
Nice.
So you begin to tie her up. Arthur, you have him pushed to the ground. Cal, you're kicking the weapons away as quickly as you can. And Rufus is laughing. But it's not his voice.
Oh, fuck me.
Something much darker, much more sinister. And Cal, gosh, that sounds very familiar.
St. Cuthbert? Oh no!
No,
The opposite of St. Cuthbert.
not a moment ago when you grabbed the orb, you heard a voice questioning who you were. Now that voice is laughing, emitting from Rufus. It's the voice of Ayuz himself, erupting from Rufus's throat.
I am 1 second away from plunging this dagger into his throat, but I will allow Ayuz to speak if he says anything worthwhile.
Can I ready a spell? Can I just do a spell?
Go for it. I'll give you one time
Good
there.
Lord, here we go.
I want to cast lightning bolt on Rufus,
Okay,
just because I don't trust him.
excellent. Go for
And
it.
I think at this point, by hearing
my
that familiar
God.
voice, Cal it would just be a reflex of just pointing it at Rufus and getting him to shut up.
All right, what saving throw do I need to make, DM?
Oh yeah, you're one.
Yeah, and what saving throw does Gull need to make? I'll roll for both of us.
Let's see.
I'm standing on top of a person that's going to be electrocuted. I'm assuming that electricity flows through humans. Have you
It
ever
has your
seen those?
dexterity.
Oh,
Great.
man. Well, we're all prone, so at disadvantage, right?
That's true.
We are all prone. All right, so I'm gonna roll. It's a deck save, DM.
Dex save, yes.
All right, so here's Gull. With his disadvantage, he rolled a 9 was the lowest. So add whatever he
Yep.
his dex save. For Arthur, his lowest was a 7, so add 4. He got an 11.
11. And
You're all.
plus 2 for your aura, I believe, right?
Oh yes, that'll be.
Oh yeah.
What's your spell save DC there, Cal?
17.
Okay, so goal passed.
Yeah, Arthur did not.
Roll them beautiful D6s.
Alright.
So Rufus and Arthur are gonna get a little fried here.
Mm-hmm.
This could turn ugly. You know how Arthur reacts when people hurt him.
Let's see. 11, 13, 18, 26.
26. Excellent. Okay, so Gaul will take half for 13. So this lightning arcs from you, almost reactionary, not really paying attention to who it strikes at this point, and it just sort of blasts all three of them. Rufus continues his laughter as the flesh burns away, and his eyes stare up at you, Cal. So you're the one. You're the one with the orb. I will remember your face.
Okay.
Slowly looks from person to person as if making a mental image of every face, every little detail of every little person in the chamber with him.
And I execute Rufus.
Given the situation, I'll give you the coup de grace.
Yeah. So Arthur, now knowing that, Ayuz can use Rufus as, a conduit, since he has had this communication stone, there's no doubt, at least in Arthur's mind, that he is an agent of Ayu's after this.
Oh, yeah.
And sticks the dagger straight through his throat, not slicing it, but puncturing straight in, right under the Adam's apple, and just starts ripping side to side.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you sink the blade into the flesh. The blood is
I was
beginning
gonna
to
back up.
the blood begins to
Speak no more,
bubble
monster.
and froth from the wound as the lungs strain for air. More or less just pushing this bloody bubbles through the gaping hole in his neck. And the body of Rufus stands, though dead.
Shit. He's a thrall?
You? And Ayuz begins to laugh once again. Sort of the blood sort of popping from the neck.
Oh, God. I'm trying to cut his head off at this point. Now I'm just trying. I am literally trying to decapitate him right now.
Okay, so you begin to cut through the flesh,
Oh, like a mad person, like a
severing
sewing,
the veins,
like a
slicing,
sewing machine,
slicing into the bone of the spine.
Vomits
ripping.
are deadly, I'm just saying.
I mean, I'm grabbing his hair and just, doing my best to cut this dude's dome.
Oh,
So you begin to cut through, as I said, until you're holding the severed head of Rufus, the body slamming to the ground beneath you. And still it laughs. Still it chortles on at you. And Califer says you back up another 5 feet away from the scene. It looks at you, Cal. This disembodied head.
I'm gonna rip its jaw off.
Okay.
Yep.
So you grab hold of the jaw.
I'm putting. Okay, look at this visual. These 2 fingers are going into his eye sockets,
oh!
Okay.
and I grab his jaw, and with my 19 strength, I am going to rip his jaw from his face.
Okay.
Mortal Kombat!
So Arthur, you plunge your fingers into the eye sockets, into the soft flesh of the eyes. Visual purple leaking down the cheekbones. You grab a hold of the jaw, that sick snap as the flesh rends and stretches. Finally getting to its elasticity point where it snaps free.
I chuck those pieces in opposite directions as hard as I can.
So one side, a disembodied head, minus a jaw, flies, missing eyes. And the other, a jaw and a wagging tongue.
An abomination.
And Califrus, the orb in your possession grows hot.
Like too hot to touch, or just like a hand warmer?
More like touching a car hood on a hot day.
Mm-hmm.
Very uncomfortable.
Califers, put it away. Here, put it away.
Cal drops
Give
it.
Ayu's no voice to speak with us. I'm sure it'll frustrate him.
If I stomp on it, will it break or anything? Or it's
Let's-
probably just go into the ground.
You can
Let's-
certainly try.
Let's
No,
not.
I'm done touching it.
Bag of holding, bag of holding, bag of holding.
Yes, I would. Cal, it is my opinion that Zan should hold this stone.
Cal, put it away.
Oh, I think if we just leave it, I don't think we should put the stone with the staff. I think.
They're in an extra dimensional space. Just put it away. Get it off this fucking plane.
Okay.
Califrus, make me a charisma saving throw, please.
Okay.
Oh, am I gonna have to rip Cal's jaw off now?
No, my
No!
head, my eyebrows.
The eyebrow. No!
Charisma. Oh, and I'm not close enough to Arthur to get that +3, am I?
You are not.
That'll be a 16.
16. Okay, you have failed your saving throw.
Fuck.
So you hear the voice of Ayuz once again resound in your
Jesus.
skull.
Christ.
Califris, that's your name. I'll remember that when I will see you shortly, Califris.
Yeah, you too, buddy.
But a parting gift.
Oh no!
Are you gonna take away my ability to breathe underwater? Oh no! Oh
And
no!
before you, Califris, the orb begins to shake.
You might want to throw that shit somewhere.
Yeah, why don't you go and give me a dexterity saving throw.
Let's see. I got an 11.
An 11.
No!
Okay, so you have failed.
Do you have any divine favors left?
Nope.
You do have luck with your new weapon if you want to use it. Once per day.
Ooh! Yeah, let's use that luck. Why not?
Okay.
I have a feeling like it's gonna be bad luck, and I also just kind of want to see what happens. But
No!
oh, I rolled a little better. I got a 14.
You still failed. Okay, so
Yeah, I got like 15. Damn it.
so the orb begins to shake, begins to become burning hot. Rich amber light filling the entire chamber, as if a sun had just broken out suddenly. Calipers, you're flung back 10 feet as it explodes, and shards of this orb go flying in all directions. I need everybody to make me a dexterity saving throw.
Alright, here is.
Including
I'll roll for
Cal
Gull.
again? Or
Ooh, Gull nat 20.
I'll go ahead and just give you the straight damage that's going to come with this cow.
okay.
And Arthur has a 19.
Okay.
Total. Yeah. Gull nat 20'd.
Okay.
Arthur rolled a 15
Sounds
plus
about
4.
normal.
Yeah, I know, right? It's like he's
Okay.
here.
DC is going to be 18 on this. Anyone that fails is going to take 36 points of piercing damage.
Okay, so Arthur and Gull survive. They make their save.
Okay. Pebbles got hit.
I need to make one for Kaitlana.
Pebbles, no!
At disadvantage, because she is prone. She succeeded.
Good. Okay, I'm looking at mine. What is it? I got a 15. And I failed.
Okay.
Ow.
And there's this energy that just seems to coalesce in that spot and begins to reverberate, pulse almost like a heart, growing larger and larger, and it expands outward. And as the light becomes almost too bright to look upon, Arthur, you see a silhouette from your angle of an immense creature that steps forth from this portal, filling the chamber almost instantly.
Fuck!
Oh, Ostrom.
And you
Praise
stare
Ostrom.
upon one of the very demons from the pits themselves, ordered upon by Ayuz to strike down upon you all. And its heat and stinking breath fills your nostrils, permeates the room. And Califris, it lowers its head in your direction, eyes glaring through you.
How close are the eyes? Are they within arm's reach? Can I...
Not quite. And it looks
Get him,
set
Cal.
upon you, Califris, with a very deadly intent.
Hmm. That's unfortunate.
Arthur and Gull are just going to exchange glances. Both will smile. And we're just going to start hacking the shit out of this thing.
Okay. I will need everybody to go ahead and say goodbye for today because that is where we end our session.
Ah, no! You bastard! No!
Okay.
Oh.
So is everybody really super close to death, or is it just me?
Oh, Oh,
you know,
yeah.
I'm just that. Oh no, I had 10 hit points. You all had temporary hit points. You had 10 temporary hit points.
Yeah.
We
So
did?
11. You had 11
And we're not coming
temporary
back
hit
for
points.
2 weeks, right, Sav?
I will let you know in a few days.
Okay, yeah. Oh, man.
So yeah,
Oh, dude.
Whew.
so
You
finally,
realize...
so finally, 15 episodes in, we have just found out who our true traitor is.
Hey.
and we painted the cavern with his blood.
You did.
There was no we in this, okay? You were the sole artist in that, alright?
Gosh, he deserved everything he got.
Holy shit.
And poor Caitlin is held. Yeah.
Where is Kate Lana in relationship to this beast?
Oh, like right next to it.
She's right there.
And this bitch is frozen.
Yeah.
Oh
I can
no!
let her go.
No.
I can let her go.
And no, she's tied up too.
Oh, actually,
She
you know what?
is.
She might be let go because I need to make a concentration. I need to make a Constitution saving throw. 'cause
That might
I've had an
startle you
honor.
out of your yeah. That would startle me out of any concentration.
But I get advantage.
Oh my gosh.
Do I get it? No, I'm not a work. No, wrong game. I'm not a workcaster. So 5. That's an 8. So actually, she's good.
Yeah,
'cause
you
I
failed
lost
pretty badly.
concentration.
Okay, so she's more unmoving at this. Well, she's moving once again, but bound and restrained. She looks up from the Fiend to you, Zan, and pleads, "Bring me my staff." So ends episode 15.
Fucking hell.
So before we get along to all this stuff, I think I just have to say a couple things, if I can find it. If I can bring up the right thing.
No, I will not make out with you.
Well, not yet, at least.
True story.
So, I think first and foremost, before we get into our outros, I would just like to thank all the Patreon supporters and all the Twitch subscribers that make this possible for us to keep playing every week. We appreciate it. We are also supported by Roll20, who does all these fancy things for us to be able to play in this little virtual tabletop world. So we're going through my spiel here. Though the map I'm using right now is not, the channel is sponsored by Heroic Maps. You can find all their stuff on DriveThruRPG, I believe it is. I've used a couple of them. They're amazing. They're beautiful. And I know Shane uses them all the time. They're amazing maps. So go check them out. If you like some dice, I think everybody likes dice. Could be wrong. I don't know. But if you go to tabletoploot.com, use the coupon code Greyhawk, capital G, capital H, you can get 15% off a dice order of your choice. And if you are a Patreon supporter or a Twitch subscriber, you have access to the private Discord. And in that Discord, you can find coupons for Cantrip Candles, or the very mistress of maps herself, Devin Rue, over at Rue Inc. So by all means, go check that stuff out. We appreciate your support. I'm just going to let this go around. You guys can tell people who you are, what you got going on.
Are we in the same order?
Same order. Do it.
First of all, thank you everybody for coming and watching today. I thought it was a great show, very exciting. Kevin Hit here, Kevin_Hit on Twitter. If you don't know, I am a esports reporter, so I cover video games, Dungeons & Dragons as well, on our site at VP Esports. I'm just excited to be here. Had a lot of fun today, and I hope that you guys will continue to use word of mouth and get people in here to watch, because I mean, it's fun being an entertainer and playing the game. So I think there's a better cast anywhere out there. I do believe that all these knuckleheads are amazing at what they do. So I'm happy to be here and hope to see you during our next gaming session.
Alrighty, I'm MK. You can find me on Twitch at twitch.tv/MK is the best, where I stream video games and things. I think I'm gonna
And your dog.
and sometimes my dog, who sleeps through the whole stream, and then people argue whether he's alive or not. But that's
He's
just
still alive.
There's no argument. He's clearly dead.
But yeah, if you want to subscribe, no, don't do that. Follow my Twitch to see, if you want to see more of me joke around and panic and accidentally summon demons in my bedroom right here. Yeah, follow me over on Twitch.
Love it.
And go sub.
Yeah, sub, please. I'm Christina Sid, at Greek Sid on Twitter. I'm here on Saturdays, yay! Tomorrow and every Sunday at 5 p.m. Eastern, you can find me on Encounter RP, doing a really cool Young Heroes of Fate game where I nearly just killed an entire bus of people because I don't have control of my powers yet. Ought to be fun. Anyway, then you can catch me on Tuesdays on Gratuitous RP for a really cool homebrew D&D 5e game. So come check that out as well. Tuesdays, 8 o'clock Eastern.
Seems to be a theme with you, like killing baby gnomes and people on school buses. What's the story?
For the very last time, Kevin, that gnome was over 200 years old. It was not a child, and it had it coming.
So you say.
Also, I forgot, sorry to interrupt, I forgot to mention that I'm also, this Wednesday, I believe, at 8 p.m. Central Time, I'm on Pro Restarter's channel playing another game where I am a cowboy bard.
You fucking cowboy bard,
who
man.
rolls around in the mud.
You're
So
Johnny
if you wanna
Cash?
see me...
You're fucking
Johnny Cash.
I love it. I love it.
But
so
yeah,
much.
if you want to see me play another D&D game, I'm also on Pro Restarter's channel Wednesday nights.
It's the Witcher RPG, if I'm not mistaken, right?
It's The Witcher, yeah. So if you like the universe of The Witcher, you'll be able to see more of it with us.
That's awesome.
Oh, that brings it to me, doesn't it?
Yep.
So I've been Saverick. I've been your Dungeon Master today. Maybe not your best friend in this case today, but see, I don't have too much going on right now. I have Fridays, which have been yesterday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time over on Pro Restarter's channel. I run a Birthright 5e campaign, which is pretty much just all the sass and all the insight checks because everybody lies to each other.
Drama.
It's all it is. It's a bunch of people lying to each other and rolling insights to see if they're lying to each other. So
It's so good.
we're going to have to develop a whole system on this, I think, at this point. Otherwise, you can find me here every Saturday. Yeah, Saturday every 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for more Rise of the Temple of Elemental Evil. Might have a couple more things coming down the pipeline. I'll let you know. Maybe. Hoping to run some one-shots and stuff too. And maybe some collaborations. Maybe. So, just keep an eye out on my Twitter. And go check out all these other guys too. They're all deserving your follows. Not just on Twitter, but like in MK's case, go follow her Twitch because she's awesome.
Come to MK's Twitch.
It's
Oh my
all-
god. It's just a fucking party and chat like every night. It's fucking great. Come on.
Yeah, it's a good time. The chat's fun to hang out with, and MK is a delight to listen to, entertain
Amazing.
you. So yeah, go check her out. She's awesome. Go check
She has
out.
a dog named Martin Cocaine.
yeah.
It's great.
It's
just
dude, his
great,
name
guys.
is not cocaine.
It's a fucking drug.
His name
It's a
is
drug mule
Martin
dog.
Cocaine.
I'm telling you. That.
Cocaine's a hell of a drug.
Yeah, that's exactly what I said too.
Unity.
Oh yeah. Below you can check out the schedule for the rest of the shows that are coming. I think I think it's 2 weeks time. We have the spring lineup coming, and it's going to be like, I don't know, 17 different shows. I want to say something like that.
Holy
Did we make the
Joey.
cut?
It is ridiculous. Yes, we made the cut.
We made the cut, Kev. Yes.
Woo!
We made the
Let's
cut
go.
like 2 months ago.
Yeah, let's go.
So we're going to be here until we're done.
That's right.
At least until we get kicked off. So,
That's right. Yep. Bye, Felicia.
so guys, we made it 15 episodes. It's pretty awesome.
Oh god, yeah.
Yeah,
15.
pretty awesome. You guys, anything else to add before we go?
Pray for us.
Pray for us.
To any of your gods out there.
Yeah, I'm looking to play in one more game. I have time for one more, so if people need some fat old guy for entertainment value, I am available.
You need to go talk to Shane.
Yes.
Better.
He literally just posted a tweet today, which
He
it's
needs
actually
like a bajillion new players.
yeah, actually that's what we get to say here on the stream. Shane just did put a tweet out today saying, "Hey, are you looking to get into a game? We need players." So.
Hey.
I wanna play.
So go check out Greyhawk at Greyhawk channel. I think that's what it is.
And hey, big shout out to Ash for getting those books. We should shout her out and have her look at what the giveaway. Did we retweet that?
You know that I did.
Yeah. No, it's super cool. Ash, right? Is that her name, Ashley? I thought maybe I'm wrong.
I don't think it's Ashley.
Melissa,
I know
right?
her name's
Melba?
Melba. On Twitch or Twitter.
Yeah, congratulations to her for winning those books, and she took a couple pictures of them. They look awesome. Now I want one for me.
Fucking gorgeous, man.
Yeah.
I know, right? Now I want one for me.
Fucking beautiful.
Yeah, but no, I just super excited. Sav, just one more time, just really thankful for all the people in chat, man. Seriously,
Absolutely.
everybody watching, and you're running a super fun game. And once again, it probably could all end next week when thing just fucking eats us.
That's
You
very
never
possible.
know.
Bite your tongue.
Oh, I should also
Well-
thank Chris, who did the music for our intro video today.
Sweet.
So he produced that himself. So he's a very talented
That's awesome.
person. I wish he was here today, and I miss him.
Yeah. We miss you, Chris.
We miss you, Chris. Come
But
back to us.
I guess otherwise that's all I got. So we will see you. If you come see me, I'll be on Pro Stars channel next Friday. Otherwise, I'll see you here next Saturday. Until then, I'm not going to make that joke, Christina, that we were talking about last time.
Don't do it.
It was fucking hilarious. So
Terrible. We'll take it all offline.
yeah,
Disgusting.
yeah,
and
it was
gross.
pretty
No.
hilarious. But
No.
we'll see you then, guys. Thanks for stopping by. Bye bye.